Hey, do you remember the story about Jamie Foxx going to Mr. Chow for his birthday dinner with his family and leaving because he got hit in the face with a glass? Well, you'll never guess what took place that night. I was perusing TMZ and this is the story.
So we told you about this crazy incident a couple of days ago with Jamie Foxx, where he actually ended up in the hospital getting stitches after a birthday celebration at a fancy Beverly Hills restaurant. We now know, we believe, what happened during this confrontation that led to somebody throwing a glass at Jamie.
What we couldn't figure out is what set anybody off to the point that a glass would be thrown, that Jamie would be this upset. And we now know it all has to do with a laser pointer.
A particular kind of laser
pointer that I didn't even know existed.
So, look, I mean, we're going to be as delicate here as we can, but it's a penis laser pointer.
A phallus. It projects the image of a phallus.
Well, there I said it.
There.
So
we should set the scene here.
Okay.
So Jamie is having his birthday dinner with family and a few friends.
And Mr. Chow.
Mr. Chow.
Which, by the way, we should say.
There are two levels.
We should say Mr. Chow is the last restaurant where you would expect a brawl.
Right.
This is a traditional kind of, between the lines restaurant, not a club, not a party place.
Right.
It's low key.
It's not that crowd.
Right.
So he's having his dinner downstairs. There is a party upstairs it's a holiday party for the production company behind the Jackass franchise. We're told that Johnny Knoxville wasn't there, Steve-O wasn't there, but Johnny, Jeff, and Spike are the owners of this, but they were not there. This was crew members who were having their holiday party.
In the spirit of Jackass.
And in the spirit of Jackass, someone up there had a laser pointer and decided to shine it down on Jamie's dinner party.
And the table.
On the table, perhaps on people's bodies, don't know, but that image...
That image ends up on Jamie...
Don't put your hands. Hands down. The image, the phallic image, was shown down on Jamie's table.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And Jamie saw it, and that's what upset him.
And Jamie was upset because his daughters were there?
His daughters are sitting at the table, and he just felt like it was inappropriate. So at that point, Jamie and some friends go upstairs to have a word with the party, and they don't know who these people are, but Jamie said this was out of line. Why are you guys doing this? We're in the middle of a party. And that's when things got heated, and someone throws a glass.
Which is, by the way, there is something missing here. Because what would cause the Jackass people to throw the glass if Jamie's just saying, hey, knock it off? It seems like something happened. You know what I mean?
Maybe there was more.
Yeah.
That the tone with which Jamie and his friends came up.
Well, these guys, this is the whole shtick of the Jackass crew, right? I know these guys are affiliates. It's not the main crew that we all grew
it's
to love.
It's the crew
in
members,
the 90s,
right? They're in on all of it. Yeah.
Right, but this is their shtick, right? Is to be sort of, they were shining the light in his face in order to get
Don't say that. Don't say that.
The light?
No, that's okay.
To rile him up.
Move on.
Rile him up.
Rile him up.
Yes.
Rile him up's good. Rile him up works.
They were shining the light in his face to rile him up, and then they get up there. This is what these guys do. I'm not saying they meant to hit him in the face. Maybe they meant to miss, but whatever it is, it's not out of character for them to throw a glass at him, even if it wasn't deserved.
We should say we don't know specifically who threw the glass, or, like you said, exactly what was said right before that to precipitate it.
Right.
But police were called. They showed up there.
And we should say,
the glass broke.
We should say the glass broke when it hit Jamie, and it cut his lip.
Cut somewhere on his mouth.
And he ended up going to the hospital for stitches, so it ruined the night for sure.
Yes, and so police did show up. They are investigating. There are videos, we're told, that either from Mr. Chow, from the restaurant itself, or patrons who are there. But we're told there are videos.
And you would think there would be videos too, because if Jamie's going upstairs, you would think somebody in the restaurant saying, "Oh, I'm going to get a cut."
Yeah, there goes Jamie Foxx.
That's right.
That's right. Maybe that's what it is. But
so the Jackass lawyer Brian Friedman issued a really interesting statement here.
Right. He said, although the crew has the greatest respect for Jamie, the version of events that has been presented is totally inaccurate and deeply unfair to those attending their holiday celebration that night.
So what we do know is we have spoken with 2 patrons who were there who gave us the story, and the police.
And law enforcement.
And
actually, 3 different patrons who were there.
3 different patrons.
And law enforcement.
And so I guess the question, and we don't know who specifically threw that glass.
Correct.
And so that may be what Brian Friedman is addressing. I don't know. He does say totally inaccurate, which I don't understand.
Maybe it was the +1 of somebody who's on the crew.
It could be.
And therefore not a crew member.
It could be. But as for the laser, you know, he's saying totally inaccurate. But we got 3 people in the restaurant saying we saw the laser and the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't think that Brian is specifically refuting the laser.
Well, he said totally inaccurate.
Well,
this isn't like funny, like someone was actually hurt. Number 2, celebrities get paid for this. So, I mean, there are people who insure their faces, their booties, Kim Kardashian. This is my moneymaker. The Jackass brand is associated with, what? I would sue Jackass. I would sue any production companies associated with that rap party. I would sue any distribution deals. I'm suing everybody. I would sue everyone to the point where you would have to smoke out that person that did that. That person was going to do a very serious walk of shame. I'm coming for blood, and I'm coming for whoever that person is. My thoughts are they got in a kerfuffle and it's a girlfriend. Who throws a glass? That's so bitch ass. It's so bitch made, right? Like who? Nah, it's very Real Housewives, especially in a melee situation where you feel like your person's not winning, so you're gonna throw the glass. That it seems very, very effeminate to me. Didn't like it. Didn't like hearing that part of it. But I would make them pay. I would. I'm not gonna sit this one out. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm embarrassed by it. I'm going full throttle. I'm showing up. I'm going to go to the courthouse. We gonna sit and watch as the people tell the story. That's me all the way through to the bitter end. You can't settle with Jamie Foxx. You ain't got it. You ain't got it to settle with him. So you're going to have to just ride this one out. And if it's an actor, your career, which I'm thinking hasn't started, has just now ended. It's ended. It has ended. If you were working on sets, you're just a crew member, it's likely you're not going to get hired because you're a liability.